Hello everybody, today is Thursday, I think the 19th of December, and I just made couscous and I did film that with an Insta 360. It's a very cute camera because I am planning on getting out more and I'm not filming outside unless I can hide it. This is so adorable. This is very cool. So I will show you that footage. But now I'm on my dessert, which, I mentioned too. But now I shot it already and I'm out of chronological order, so I'm confused. So a little warning before the video starts, really. There's a lot of shaking and you might get motion sick from this. I was just trying out this camera and that's what you see on this vlog. So enjoy! Okay, I hope you're not sick from the last time, but now we are back in the kitchen. We are preparing lunch, the couscous with vegetables. So I get out the bell peppers and the courgettes or zucchini or zucchetti, and some carrots, which I have to store in the topper because otherwise they get bad in a day, the carrots. It's for a while like that. And here I'm looking for my couscous, which is behind the muesli mix you've seen already. And so I have all the stuff out. I have those old cottage cheese containers. They're huge. And I love those to prepare things. I will cut my vegetables one by one and have them in there. And I'd rather take those, even though I have to wash them too, than using bowls for that. And then I wash my vegetables. I am taking the red bell pepper. I prefer the red, but if they have a mix, then I take a mix of colors. It's kind of fun. But this tastes the best. Then I will take out the seeds. And I am not there yet that I can do the garbage separately. I was in 2018, I was just starting to do a green garbage thingy, and then I had another relapse. And I'm still getting out of that. It's a bit annoying to think about that. But yeah, that's why I have everything together. And we have those bags which dissolve by themselves. And that doesn't make it easier when you take too long to get it out. So I also got some onions. And I'm very generously peeling them because I never get only the outer skin off. I always take one layer because my nerves can't handle it. It's just easier. Sometimes it would work well, but I always go for one layer. Here are my very cool cottage cheese containers, and I start with cutting the onion, and nothing happens. I'm not cutting myself. I can barely watch it, though. It didn't go so well, and I know the trick to not cut entirely through. I never do that, though, because I don't know. But then you have to throw out the stump, and I do not like that. So I'd rather fight with the onion. So there's the first container with the onions. I did cut in between sometimes, just so you get the gist. I also washed the seeds of the bell pepper. I think I was talking about something else there. This did not go well, so if it looks like that, that's exactly how it was. Just annoying. Sometimes my motricity doesn't want as I want to, or other things are just annoying. When we call that when der Wurm drin ist. Da ist der Wurm drin. The worm is in it. So when the worm's in it, just when things go wrong, and just all a bit annoying. So here's the courgette. That's how they call that in New Zealand. And we call it, I think Swiss call it zucchetti. And anywhere else, they're zucchini. I think in Germany as well as in English. And that's why I'm confused about zucchetti. I call them courgettes. Okay, so those are done too. I love cutting those. They're like butter. And then the carrots. Here. I giggle about. Because it's so big. That peeler is so big. So I peel the carrots. Then I cut off the edges. And I don't like cutting carrots because they're so hard. I slice them in the middle, and then I slice it again. So I have quarter pieces, and then I make little slices. So unfortunately, with this camera, you attach that to the jumper somehow, and it's a bit too high, so you don't see a lot of this. And again, all of this is maybe to motivate to eat some vegetables or something, because I am very much like that. What I watch, I want to do, but maybe not with vegetables. I just thought maybe it's interesting. And it took me about 20 minutes to do all of this, I think. So here I'm taking my frying pan, a little sunflower oil, and I heat that up. In that time, I am weighing the couscous. I take 300 grams of that and 3 deciliters of water. Couscous is so easy, that's why it's so cool. You just heat up that water before a boil. You add, I think it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon full of salt and some oil. And there, the oil was not that hot for the onion, but I already started it anyway. And by the way, cooking is very hard. You work on so many different levels all the time. So I'm very stressed in that situation. But again, with the couscous, you just heat up the water. You add about a teaspoon or tablespoon of salt. I think I'm somewhere in between. And a little oil. I think a tablespoon of oil. But I just put a gooch. I call that ein gooch. I don't know what that's in English, just a little bit. And then you heat it up. You can also do that without heating up, but I've never done that. Okay, I give it a little stir so the salt dissolves well, and yeah. And put the lid on and go on with my frying the vegetables, stir frying them. Here I open my window for a bit, because of the moisture. I don't want any more schimmel, mold, because it is old here and I need to pay attention to that. Okay, stir that a bit. I think I cut out the part again. And then I put in the bell pepper, stir it a bit. I like to add them one by one. Also preparing the bouillon for later, for the vegetables. And I decided I'd just take one of those containers. And then add the bouillon there and have it ready for later. And at first I wanted to measure with spoons, but there wasn't much left in there, so I just tipped it in. I don't like measuring that much, unless it's with a scale or something and very clear and important. Otherwise, I just did somehow. Now that was the carrots. Okay. So I have a certain order I want to do that, although carrots could have come sooner too. Now the spaghetti, which is the softest kind of food, that's why I put it a bit later. That's why I should have put the carrots sooner. But I like the bell peppers first, because they are nice when they're a bit angebraten, when they're grilled a bit or something. Okay, and now by that time my couscous water started to boil, and it didn't have to boil, so I got a bit stressed. Here I'm getting a spoon because my lid is broken of that pan. So take it off. Like this, it's still usable, but it would be handy if I had a handle there or a good lid. And then I add the couscous and just stir it a bit, put the lid on, and just leave it for about 10 minutes. Not on the plate, but next to it. And my vegetable really started to fry at that time. So I add my bouillon zum Ablöschen to distinguish the fire. And then I just put on a lid and I go to my dining table and wait for a bit till it's done. And now dessert. I made 7 kinds of cookies this year. I made Brunsli, Anisquetzli, Mailänderli, Zimtsterne, Vanillekipferl, Haselnussstängeli. How many was that? Und Spitzbueb. Maybe there's more, but yeah. So I was very busy. And I'm eating a Brunsli and a Zimtstern. And I just say each of those has 50 calories. Because I'm still counting everything, but here I'm just environnement. Just ungefähr, circa. Just not so precise. Ah yeah, this is a Zimtstern cinnamon star. A bit dry by now. They have almonds in there and cherry schnapps and hazelnut by accident. And those also have almonds in there and chocolate and egg whites. Both have a lot of egg whites. Going to check on the laundry. And I'm having my super camera on. 52 will be finished. Let's see if it's finished. I'm wearing a wrong jumper for that. Okay. So there's nobody. Not finished. Okay, shower. Another 10 minutes. Okay, also go back up. I even put a little bit in it. And this is what it looks like. But okay. Clock. Okay. Sorry. I need to go somewhere else. Really? Heute ist ein blöder Platz, aber ich habe fein. Zetterli? Müsli? Ja, das ist gut. Super. Musst du da warten? Ja, das ist gut. Super. garbage to put out. This is annoying me many ways. And this is now just a little cleaner. Okay. So today is Friday, the 20th of December, and I am making fondue. This vlog was a lot about food and housekeeping, and it's gonna be over soon. So I just thought I might film one last clip of things, and then I'll switch it off soon. So here I'm heating up my cheese in my mini caclon. Here I got my bread. 2 pieces of bread, slices of bread. All in all, there will be 630 calories, which is doesn't leave me a lot for the rest of the day. But I just wanted to have some fondue, and it is 1:30 p.m. so afternoon. And fondue has a little alcohol in it, and that helps me with certain things. One thing, it relaxes me a bit, and I will be able to go to the toilet. But that might also be the cheese. So I'm a bit, I'm working on that. And also I love it. So 3 reasons to just go overboard with it. And if I eat less cookies and chocolate than the last days, that should be fine too. So, and now I thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.